American companies will likely invest more in Malaysia if they were given a heads-up on new laws that affected them, the ambassador to Malaysia said, adding that long-term investors here were feeling discouraged as they were not brought up to speed on changes. The ambassador, Brian McFeeters, said the long-term, existing investors in the country, in particular, were anxious over the ever-changing or pop-up laws and their implementation, even before the COVID-19 pandemic hit. He said that while Malaysia remains an attractive trade and investment destination for the US, with an English-speaking population, highly educated workforce and great logistics, the issue was predictability. Asked if the predictability problem was related to the current political environment, he said that was not so. McFeeters said he has called for a consultative mechanism for existing American companies or their business groups so that they can have a say before new regulations are implemented. Malaysia was the U.S. 26th largest goods export market in 2019, statistics from the U.S. Trade Representative website show. U.S. goods exports to Malaysia in 2019 was $13.2 billion United States dollars, up 1.8% from 2018 and up 26.8% from 2009. U.S. foreign direct investment in Malaysia was $10.8 billion United States dollars in 2019. Stop holding back passports. Protect trafficked victims. Separately, McFeeters said Malaysia's recent downgrade to Tier 3, the worst tier of the trafficking in persons report by the State Department, was not set in stone and could be changed. He said there was not much being done to protect trafficked and forced labor victims, despite having laws to do so. He said the government should ensure that people should not pay to get into the country through debt bondage. McFeeters said rather than deporting those who were trafficked, the government should prosecute people and companies who mistreated them. He said while the country has good laws to cover these areas, the number of trafficked persons being given protection must go up. China's South China Sea claims disturbing. Meanwhile, McFeeters said the U.S. was disturbed over China's aggressive behavior in the South China Sea, laying claims on islands in the sea unilaterally, despite legal proceedings in 2016 which had decided that the claims had no basis. China has rejected the 2016 International Arbitration Court ruling and has stood by its claim to most of the waters within a so-called 9-dash line, which is also contested by Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, Taiwan and Vietnam. Recently, Filipino fishermen have encountered Chinese maritime enforcement vessels frequently, with some being rammed or blasted with water cannons while working in what they considered their historic fishing grounds, according to Reuters.